He is the one who's fighting on behalf of the people who don't have a lobbyist there in Carson City. He's fighting for consumers. He's fighting for wrongfully accused. He's fighting for the everyday Nevadan, for things we don't even know we're being deprived of. And that's what makes him fantastic.
Serving as a legislator comes at an incredible sacrifice. And it's not about the power for him. It's not about any of the accolades or anything like that. It's about the ability to help make decisions and law that is for the good of the state.
He has been our strongest ally as chairman of the Judiciary Committee. He always listens to us. He's one of us. He understands our issues. And he goes out of his way to help us achieve a consumer-friendly agenda.
And every time when he's in the middle of the session and he's like, why did I sign up for this? I have to remind him it's for the state of Nevada.
In the last legislative session in 2019, Chairman Yeager was instrumental in helping us pass more protections for homeowners in construction defect litigation. He was a champion for many NJA issues as chairman of Judiciary and made sure we always got a fair hearing.
When you see him in the legislature, he's polished. He sounds like he knows about the issues, but what you don't know is that behind the scenes, he has been working incredibly hard, and he's always been a hard worker. Even he put himself through college scrubbing the dishes over at the university dorm.
So, something about Steve Yeager that many people may not know is he started in corporate law coming out from an Ivy League school. And so he had all the opportunities to make big money at big law firms, and he chose to help the people. He chose to become a public defender. And then after several years at the public defender's office, came out and joined our firm and started doing personal injury work with us. And also, he's a really good poker player. He came to Vegas because he wanted to play poker, and he wanted to play it professionally. The public defender's office was like the side hustle so that he could free his time up to play poker.
He's done the donut run, which has caused him to be really sick. He's like, it's going to be great. I'm going to eat all these donuts, as many donuts as I can shove in as I run this 5K. And I said, this is a terrible idea. Terrible idea.
It's stupid. It makes no sense for him to run a 5K and eat as many donuts as he wants and can. But he's raised over $50,000 to benefit childhood cancer foundations. Most of the donors are actually NJA members. I burn the phones up every year to get people to donate per donut. And last year, 2019, each donut was worth more than $2,500 for Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation.
What Justin did was start getting people to pledge, and a lot of NJA members came in and pledged per donut. So for 3 years, I ran a 5K and stuffed my face with as many donuts as possible, which I gotta be honest, is pretty great for the first few donuts and pretty awful for the last few of them. But we were able to raise tens of thousands of dollars for charity. And despite eating all of those donuts, I do still have a love of donuts. I just try to be a little bit more reasonable the older I get. So one of the most memorable pieces of legislation, and one that I'm really proud of, is Assembly Bill 236 from the 2019 session. That was a comprehensive overhaul of our criminal justice laws. It had been a long time coming in the state where our laws were just old and outdated and they were being applied unfairly. So we worked really hard on that legislation all throughout the interim and then throughout the session. So I think in the end analysis, it took us all 120 days to pass that legislation. And there were a lot of nervous people that last night, but we were able to get it passed. And I think it's really made a difference for people in the state and making sure that we're doing our best to rehabilitate people and make sure that they can become productive members of society. So I couldn't be prouder to be a trial lawyer. You know, I started out my career in insurance defense and class action defense. And what I learned really quickly was I was not aligned with those values. To me, it was about helping the little guy, you know, the one out there on the street who doesn't have the funds to go up against these massive corporations or insurance companies. And becoming a trial lawyer has really helped me to do that, to make sure that they get the compensation they deserve. And that's a hard fight sometimes. The truth is we are privileged to practice law, and the least we can do is give back outside the confines of the work we do every day. So I'm proud to do that, and I look forward to doing that as long as I have the energy to do so. So I have to thank my wife, Judge Beta Yeager, She has been an incredible inspiration to me, and along the way, she has encouraged me to do all kinds of things that maybe I didn't want to do or maybe I didn't know I was capable of doing. So that includes getting involved in politics in the first place. I would not be here if it weren't for her. And then making the move over to Battleborn. You know, that was a tough decision coming from the public defender's office to take on a new venture. And I want to thank the guys over at Battleborn. It's been a wonderful place to work. And, you know, it's not easy having a legislator in the office because I get pulled away all the time. And then, of course, I'm a mama's boy, so I've got to thank my mom. You know, growing up, she was a constant source of encouragement, always told me to strive for more. And so I've taken that with me everywhere I've gone. And so she's always in the back of my mind when I'm tired, when I'm stressed out, when I don't think I can get it done, that I know she's rooting for me. So thanks, Mom.
I just want to say congratulations to Steve. There's nobody who's really more deserving of the Consumer Advocate of the Year than you. You put in a lot of thankless hours for the benefit of consumers and Nevadans and the members of NJA, and it's well deserved.
Congratulations, Steve. We really couldn't have a better friend as chairing Judiciary Committee, and we are so grateful for all of your help and support.
Congratulations, Steve, for receiving the honor of Consumer Advocate of the Year. It is well deserved, and I know that you've worked really, really hard. So I'm so proud of you. Congratulations.
I'm really gonna act like Steve does this for the kids? What a joke. I'll say whatever you need me to say. Roll it.